In late October of 2009, Microsoft will be releasing several different product editions for Windows 7. Let's do a brief comparison of those editions now. We'll begin with the Windows 7 Starter Edition, which will only be available on new PCs, but it will be made available worldwide. It's going to be sold to users through the actual PC makers, and there will be some limitations to the Starter Edition. For example, you won't be able to create home groups, however, you will be able to participate in a home group. You'll be missing some of the Aero desktop enhancements like Aero Glass, for example. There'll be no Windows Touch capability, so you won't be able to use a touch screen. And there will be no Media Center. If you need these things, you might consider the Windows 7 Home Premium Edition. This will be available through the mainstream retail market, and it's going to be available on some new computers. This one builds on the Starter Edition, will include the Aero desktop enhancements like Aero Glass. You will have Windows Touch capability if you want to use a touch screen. You can create home groups, and there will be a Media Center. What you're going to be missing in the Home Premium Edition are things like Domain Join, remote desktop hosts, the ability to create offline folders, and advanced backup. If you need those things, there's the Windows 7 Professional Edition. This too will be available through the mainstream retail market and on some new computers. And it will include Domain Join, the remote desktop host, offline folders, something called the Mobility Center, and location-aware printing. You won't see things like BitLocker, AppLocker, Direct Access, the MUI language packs, and you won't be able to boot from VHD. If you need those things, then we've got the Windows 7 Enterprise Edition. This is really targeted to business customers and will be available through volume licensing only. So you will get Direct Access, BitLocker, AppLocker, and those language packs, but there will be no retail licensing available for this edition. So what about the person who wants to have all of it, but they're not an actual business? Well, in that case, there will be something called Windows 7 Ultimate, available through the retail market, but with limited availability. It's going to be offer-based through occasional promotions and offers from retailers and PC makers. It's going to have all of those features of the Enterprise Edition, but you won't have the need for volume licensing. This one won't be heavily marketed. Let's talk about upgrading now. We'll start with something called Windows Anytime Upgrade, which will be available in Windows 7. Now, thanks to this functionality, users can electronically upgrade quickly and easily from any Windows 7 product edition to any higher-end product edition. So, for example, if you were a Starter Edition user, you'd be able to upgrade all the way up to Ultimate if you wanted to. And this feature is now completely automated and is supposed to take only 15 minutes or so to complete. So you don't need to worry about having some kind of upgrade DVD around. Now, for Windows Vista users, you're going to have the simplest upgrade choices. You can go from Vista Home Basic or Home Premium to Windows 7 Home Premium or higher, any higher product edition, for example. And thanks to some commonalities under the hood, these types of upgrades can be formed in place with no loss of application or data files. The upgrade process can feel a little bit slow, especially compared to the speed of a clean install of the operating system, but the results should be excellent. Now, as for XP users, they can only upgrade by performing a clean install of Windows 7, as Microsoft won't be supporting an in-place upgrade. However, there will be a number of utilities to help simplify the process and help you get data transferred over easily. It's not as straightforward as the Windows Vista upgrade, but XP users should be able to migrate to Windows 7 on the same hardware without losing any valuable data. Now, as the case with Windows Vista, Microsoft will not be supporting an in-place upgrade of any 32-bit Windows version to any 64-bit Windows 7 product edition. So you'll need to do a clean install instead. So that's what you need to know about the upcoming product editions for Windows 7.